Today on the channel, I wave a magic wand and I get out my detective hat as we unbox DC McFarlane Collector's Edition Detective Chimp and Zatanna.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another DC Collector's Edition McFarlane Toys unboxing and review. And today on the channel, got one I'm extra excited about. Anybody say hairy bipedal creature? With Detective Chimp and Zatanna. But for all your Zatanna Detective Chimp needs, hit up jaystoysandgames.com, use discount code Kyle, save yourself 15% on all in-stock items. Of course, this one will be available at Jay's, but I, in a plot twist, got it from the McFarlane Toy Store. Yes, I did. I forgot all about those reward points I had over there. I was looking, I was like, man, I got to use some of these up. So I picked up the whole wave at the McFarlane Toy Store, but they will be available everywhere, hitting Walmarts right now. And of course, Jay's will have them. I'm going to have to track down the Platinum edition of this one. As per the norm with McFarlane, we got two versions of this. I'm all in on both of them. Detective Chimp is the selling point for me. Zatanna, for me, a lesser-known character, obviously in the Batman universe, the Dark Justice League, but I'm not really hip to the Zatanna. But man, Detective Chimp, sign me up all day long and twice on Sunday. I love a chimpanzee, and I love them when they're wearing suits even more, and that's what we got with Detective Chimp. Reminds me of when I was a little kid, and it's probably my love of chimps in outfits probably came from one Lancelot Link. Now, that was a show, I believe, in the 60s, but I remember it as a kid in the 80s on Nick at Night. Absolutely love some Lancelot Link. I don't know if that could get away in this day and age. I think they put like dental floss to make the chimps look like they're talking. But boy, for little 6-year-old Kyle, it was the funniest show on TV, and I love chimpanzees to this day. I'd have a helper monkey in my house if I could. You know, chimpanzees are great. We've seen the horror stories, we've seen movies, the TV shows, documentaries. Chimps are the greatest animals ever until they're not, is what happens. One minute they're eating a banana on the couch wearing their diaper, and the next minute they're chawing on your nose and pulling your eyeballs out. That's what happens with these chimps. They turn on a dime on you. Oh, if I just wish they didn't have that problem. Because I tell you what, I'd have two chimpanzees. Lemmy, Ace, Domino, I'm seeing them right there off camera. I love those dogs. They're great dogs, but I tell you what, if chimpanzees were normal and, you know, you trust them around the house, man, oh man, they'd be out here. Those dogs would be going to the Animal Rescue League so fast, I'd be welcoming in a couple of chimpanzees. But not the case, not going to happen. You guys are safe for now. We're going to dive into this review. We're going to do it like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. Let's get into it. This is going to be a pretty sought-after pack, I do believe. And I think it's because of the Detective Chimp right there. 12 and up, 22 points articulation, DC Multiverse, all the hits being played. Zatanna DC Classics. She is number 53 in this line. How high are we going on this line before it's all said and done? You're going to hit 80? Oh my gosh, she's going to hit 80. I think you should just go for 100. Just go big or go home, Todd. Why not? Zatanna doing her thing right there. Very classic look. We're here for that. And you know, my grandma used to tell me that my grandma's dad, which would be my great-grandpa, who died, see you later, he died like 2 years into my life, a year into my life, whatever. So I don't really have any memories of him, obviously. But my grandma always said, you know, my dad, your great-grandpa, he absolutely loved chimpanzees. He wanted a chimpanzee, see you later, goodbye, so bad in the house, just like me. And he was also a huge wrestling fan, And my grandma said, you just remind me so much of my dad all the time. And I'm just carrying on the legacy. That's what I'm trying to do. See you later. Goodbye. See you later. Goodbye. DC McFarlane Stan. See you later. Of course, we'll see it again here in a little bit, I am sure. Well, let's get down to these cards first. We got two cards. Oh, my gosh. Time to read with Kyle. It's like reading Rainbow, but totally different. Zatanna, what do we got? Real name, Zatanna Zatara. Oh, beautiful. The Mistress of Magic, Zatanna Zatara, is one of the most powerful magicians in the world, like a young David Copperfield. David Blaine, I would take that too. If you're David, you're a magician for sure. Able to alter reality with a single word. As a member of the Justice League Dark, she helps defend the Earth from supernatural threats. However, this mighty sorceress has learned that magical power can be a curse as well as a blessing. And that's the way it goes with superpowers, as we do know. Doesn't she say like the words backwards or something like that? Now we're getting down to business here. We got Mr. Detective Chimp here. Of course, real name Bobo, as you would name a chimp that. Chimpanzee, magnificent finder of tasty grubs, was a sideshow act dubbed Bobo until he drank from the fountain of youth. This granted him a genius intellect and the ability to speak. After solving a murder, he went into business as Detective Chimp, but his non-human status caused legal issues and his agency failed. Crushed, he began drinking heavily at the Oblivion Bar, a watering hole for occult beings, run by former rock star Jim Rook. Oh yeah, the Nightmaster. He was also the mystic guardian of other dimensional Mira. I'm here for a Detective Chimp, though, man, all day long. Give me this. I cannot wait to get the Platinum Editions as well. Figure of the year right now. I'm calling it Detective Chimp. How about that? Plastic Prison. And he's a chimp, but he's just like a human. He gets twist ties, too, just like Zatanna. And once again, I'm not super familiar with these two in the comics, but are they a superhero team up a lot of time? Are they like a Batman and Robin or something? Why did they get put together here in this collector's edition? Why couldn't Detective Chimp got his own release? I don't understand what's going on, but I'm sure there's some kind of crossover. Everybody crossed over once upon a time in the DC multiverse and the Marvel universe and any universe, really. All right, get them all out of the package here. We got a top hat, as you would if you're a magician. Are you a real magician if you don't have a top hat? It's kind of like, are you a real Walmart if you don't have Lando Calrissian on the pegs? It's a very similar circumstance, if I'm not mistaken. And there it is. We're ready to party. Rock and roll, strut and stroll. Let's get down to it here. And let's start with Detective Chimp, because usually females go first unless there's a chimpanzee, or we'll take monkey. Could be a spider monkey, a gorilla. We take any of them. If there's one of those enclosed, that does defer over the female, as we know the rules of the channel by now. But we got Detective Chimp here, and I'm all for this. I would love to have this even without Zatanna. I'd have no issues just picking this up. Even any kind of chip in clothing, I would buy a figure of, really. I'm an easy man. I'm an easy man to please, as we know. But man, oh man, this looks so good. You get that hat on him there. He's got a little kind of side look here. I can just hear Lancelot Link's voice in my head when I hear this. And a lot of people don't know the power of the Lancelot Link, I think. But last time I tried to watch Lancelot Link, I saw it somewhere. Maybe it was YouTube or something. There was a clip. I couldn't believe how old and grainy it was. Somebody needs to do a restoration of that whole series and re-release it for a new generation. People are too PC these days. They'd say, oh, those poor chimps had to work under these conditions. I'm sure they got all the unlimited bananas they wanted. I'm sure they did. But looking good here. 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose and a mouth, playing those chimpanzee hits here. Looking very, very good. I love the little suit going on, and then he's got the Graham Bonnet tie. Oh, the real ones know the power of Graham Bonnet, too. I'm playing all the deep cut references here, and if you understand all these, you are a true real one here. But he's got the Graham Bonnet look going on, looking good. One of the most powerful voices of all time, old Graham Bonnet. Looking good in the green. I believe the Platinum Edition is a yellow outfit for him, so make note of that if you're out on the hunt. He's got a gripping hand, and then he's got like kind of a splayed out hand with him here. Looking pretty good. No socks, no shoes. He doesn't need one. He's a chimpanzee after all. I do not see his diaper hanging out, so he's really living dangerous, but he's a smart chimp, so he doesn't really need a diaper. He's probably potty trained, I would imagine. Arms do go all the way around, head back and forth, waist articulation, that's it. Not a ton of articulation, but I'm good with this. No hole in the feet either for him, but looking pretty darn good. Now, I have heard people out there saying you've got to grab the Batman 66 Bookworm. He comes with that magnifying glass. You give that to old Detective Chimp. That's a pretty good power move, if you ask me. I don't have that Bookworm. I actually play the long game on those, and I forgot I didn't have Bookworm. And just the other day, I ordered it at Amazon. It was only like $12. So got to get a deal. Saved $8 on that. So I'm talking about long game, talking about chimpanzees. I'm here for it. Looking beautiful. But now we're turning our attention over to Zatanna, and she's got 2 fire hands here. That's kind of cool. Now, I will eventually get the Platinum Edition of this, make them as different as possible. I'm going to display one where she's putting the flames up like this, and then you display one with her magic wand. Is that what they're calling it? That's what my wife calls it too, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, okay. But then she does have a top hat right here looking good. If you're a magician, you better have a top hat, and most likely you better be pulling a rabbit out of it. We know how that goes. I think it was Mandrake the Magician from the Defenders of the Earth NECA line was maybe the last magician we unboxed on the channel. An all-timer of a figure. I might have to bring those two together somewhere in my fig fed because I absolutely love that figure, and I love this one already. But she has got her top hat here looking very, very good. I like the looks of that. And speaking of my wife, she kind of has a look to my wife a little bit here, kind of with that blonde or black hair, that dark hair on here. She's got a little bit of that look, but I like these accessories. Now, she does got her magic wand hand. Magic wand is not removable. It's also very gummy. It could also, you're right, exactly, Top McFarlane. It could double as a drumstick right here. If she wants to sit down behind the drum kit, maybe join up with Cold Slither. And then a huge plot twist. Why is your hair removable? What are we doing here? We didn't get extra hair. We didn't get any of that kind of stuff. So why does she have removable hair? And now I'm thinking, what other character had removable hair that I could mix and match and move stuff around with? I'm not exactly sure on that, but not sure I'm sold on that removable hair. You could have her looking real interesting if you wanted to. So that's a little strange. So they're obviously reusing from something or starting something right here. Was there a Wonder Woman with removable hair? I don't think there was, but very interesting power move. But nice smiling, happy face on her. Like the looks of that. Black suit jacket here, of course, looks like a magician that you would see at your like amusement park or something. Yellow cummerbund in there. You got the black tights on, and then you got the long boots, then you got the fishnets, always looking good. Looking very nice. No high heels on her, which is nice as well. Got the white gloves going on, grip in hand over here. All in all, a really good looking figure. Arms all the way around for us. Bicep cut. Double jointed, pinned elbows. Oh man. Hands back and forth, side to side. Head back and forth, side to side. Hair removable as we saw. You do get a little bit of waist. You get a little bit of those ducktails out the back there. Penguin tails. Big old splits if you need it. Up for the big old boot. Double jointed pin knees. Ankles back, forth, side to side, up and down. Our usual McFarlane articulation, and she should fit on a McFarlane stand. I mean, she comes with it after all. Why wouldn't she? And there it is. She's ready to give you a hocus pocus alamagocus. There's another deep cut right there. And she's going to be off to the races here. And I guess Detective Chimp will be in the wings ready to help out at a moment's notice. Man, oh man, a fun set right here. Detective Chimp stole the show and stole my heart along the way, as a monkey chimpanzee does when they wear clothes. Absolutely love this set, though. Bring on the Platinum Edition. Hopefully it's not too challenging. Hopefully I come across it sooner rather than later. But what's your thoughts on the old Zatanna and Detective Chimp? You all in? You need this in your collection? Let me know in the comments down below. You made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day and then some. We got even more content for you on Patreon, YouTube channel memberships. Your best way to support the channel. Sir Paul 64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and the Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com, which is also the name of my podcast. Each and every week, my wife joins me for the Kyle Peterson Show, available every single Tuesday where podcasts are found with video cast on YouTube. So for Zatanna and Detective Chimp, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?
We're going to the end of the line.